Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's your boy Stephon Hall. Back with a primary bench day. So we got 4 sets of 6, 240 pounds. So man, looking back at clips, I want to definitely, go over some bench cues that I've been learning that I didn't know I was doing, which is definitely not a good thing to definitely do on bench. You want to make sure you have your everything contact with the bench. So you want to have your glutes on the bench, your hamstrings on the bench, your back engaged on the bench. You definitely want to have your head be in a fixed position, not where your head is moving or anything like that. And I didn't actually know I was doing that, and it's definitely a bad habit. And seeing it and like, okay, yeah, definitely don't do that, is really important. That's why I say when you go to the gym, it's definitely important to record your sets from different angles so that you can see what's going on. It's really important. As you can see on this angle, you see how my head is definitely moving off the bench as the bar comes to my chest, and you definitely don't want to do that. So, if you notice or see yourself doing that, just remember, like, hey, we want to keep our head, in the same position. We want to be efficient. All that extra, moving of the head or, unnecessary moving is just, it's unnecessary and it's just not needed for you to do. It's taking unnecessary energy away. And at the end of the day, you want to be efficient. You don't want to do something when you don't need to. You want to zig when you need to zig, not zig when you need to zag. So, make sure you keep yourself, your bench set up. You keep everything in contact, and let what needs to move, and don't let anything else move that doesn't need to move. Uh, you know, it's just more efficient for you to do that, and in the long run, it's just saving you more energy at the end of the day. So right here, you see me doing 3 sets of 8, 185 pounds on the incline dumbbell. I mean, incline dumbbells, incline barbell press, and like I said, doing this cut, I regret, not stepping it up to at least 195, 200, but it seems like no matter how much sleep I got or how I was feeling that day, it was definitely tough to be able to hit that threshold of RPE 8 when going up in weight. So that's why I just stayed here, because it was just the smart move to stay here and get work done. And that's exactly what we did throughout this cut. You definitely got work done, and we didn't really overshoot a lot. I was definitely say some days we weren't taking enough rest time between sets, and it was definitely making it feel like we were trying to bite off a little bit more than we can chew. But everything in life is a learning lesson. So you live and you learn. You got to do things to know what's the right thing to do and what's the wrong thing to do. So we got 3 sets of 12 with an 80-pound dumbbell on one arm rows. And what I think when I'm doing this, I always think of me like starting a lawnmower. Like you just you pull it to get it started, and that's kind of what I think when doing this is pulling it, and then squeezing it. Sometimes you have to have little cues when you do things like lifts and stuff like that to remind you of what it feels like to be doing it correctly. And whenever I think about me pulling a lawnmower and letting it go, but I'm not letting it go, because you don't let weights drop without control. That's exactly what I think about is, okay, that's how you're supposed to do it. So when you have lifts, you definitely want to have cues or things that remind you, or how the lift should feel, or what it feels like when it's wrong. So it's easy for you to be like, okay, well, that feels wrong, so let me do this. because that feels right when I do that. So you gotta have little cues on some things. Definitely helps out a lot. You definitely don't want to waste time in a session doing something that's just not correct. Like, you definitely want to do it right the first time if you can. But having those cues definitely ensures that you're getting the most bang for your buck, and you're not wasting a session, because you know you definitely don't want to be wasting sessions, because kind of like wasting time. It's like you never can get it back. If you could get it back, nothing in life would ever really be that big of a deal. You just think about it. If you could just Thanos snap, and it wasn't that big of a deal. But it doesn't really work like that. I mean, even though how much we really wish it does, but it is what it is. One arm rows, definitely a movement that I really like enjoying, and definitely have my cues. Make sure I'm executing right. So we got 2 sets of 15 with a 25-pound weight. We got some weighted dips, just to add, a little bit more resistance. Since it was always higher rep, I always, just try to keep the weight modest. But, looking at it, I definitely probably should have thrown a 45 on, and, definitely try to challenge. Dips, definitely one of the most underrated movements. It's one of those movements where, just don't, depending on how you're leaning or how you're doing it, you can definitely feel it in different muscle groups. Straight up, you get the triceps, and then if you got a little lean, you can feel it in those lower pecs. So if you're not doing dips, start off with bodyweight dips, and gradually work your way up into some weighted dips. Uh, you know, Definitely a very underrated movement. Uh, Definitely a very beneficial movement that you should be doing. So we got a superset here. We got incline dumbbell curls and dumbbell skull crushers for a finisher. To finish those arms off right, give them that pump that, like I said, we don't necessarily go into the gym to chase, but, sometimes when you do this, it just comes, and, we definitely like, having that nice pump, especially at the end of the gym. Low flex off, low pose off, starting to see, the results of all your hard work that's put in. Think of yourself like a diamond. Diamonds need extreme pressure to be, formed into what they are when you see them inside of a jewelry store, on a ring, or in a chain. It takes a lot of hard work, and that's how you think about, in the gym. You're putting yourself under pressure, you're putting yourself under stress, because it's not easy to get, that result that you really want. You really got to go after it. You really got to be like, what, I really want this more than anything else. So I'm gonna treat every workout like it's my last one, or I'm getting every ounce that I got. And that's how I look at supersets. I definitely want to be like, dang, I couldn't do anything else, I couldn't do any more reps. But this will be the last movement of the video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on that notification bell so you never miss an upload from me. It's your boy Stephon Hall, and I'm out. Catch you on the next one. Peace.